Boom, boom, boom. Hey, boom, 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 boom. Hey, boom, 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 boom. Hey, boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. What's up, y'all? This is Ty. How you doing? If you don't know what I'm doing, hey. That is from the new film Black Panther. Yes, yes, yes. I saw the film, and as you can tell, I had a good time. I went opening night to this film, and I have to say, Marvel has done it again. Marvel is killing it. They keep doing it. They did it with Iron Man, Thor, Captain America. They connected these movies, came together with the Avengers, introduced us to characters I had never heard of in Guardians of the Galaxy, and now we got the Black Panther movie. Now, this is like a dream come true for me. You know why? A few years ago, there was a animated series for Black Panther I saw on Netflix a few years ago. It was very limited. Does anybody remember that? But I was intrigued by T'Challa and his storyline and Wakanda, and I was like, this would really make a good movie. But now my dreams have come true because seeing all that, and now it's become a big motion picture thanks to Marvel and their great marketing and how they introduce these characters and get them from one film and just keep growing the Marvel universe on screen. So I just love it, love it, love it. And that series was great, so I was glad to see this movie come to the big screen. Now, what makes this extra special is we don't have too many black superheroes that have had major films. Okay, we've had Blade, that was a major hit back in the day, was that the 90s? I think so. Back in the 90s, that Blade was a major hit. Love those films. We had Spawn, that was pretty good. Will Smith played a superhero character that was funny, but nothing on this grand of a scale. Meaning, I mean, the Blades were big hits, but the Spawn and the other film I mentioned, I forgot the name of the film that Will Smith played a superhero. They were not major. There wasn't a major film with like this big production and this big cast and this, big cast of African Americans and Africans in the cast. Like that's what makes this very big and important. It's good to have representation. Like, someone asked me, Ty, what is the Black Panther about? Is this about the Black Panther Party? No, it's not. A coworker actually asked me that. No, it has nothing to do with the Black Panthers, and it doesn't take away from anything from them. This is about T'Challa, a young man who's returning home to Wakanda, the nation of Wakanda, which is one of the richest nations in the world. Their technology is, no one's technology is on par with theirs. They have riches beyond riches, and they're hidden. No one really knows about them. So he's coming home after the murder of his father, which we saw that take place in the Civil War, Captain America's Civil War. So he's coming home to take his place on the throne. And this is not without some challenges. So that's pretty much the movie. People are challenging him for the throne. There are two factors challenging him for the throne. So that's the plot right there. So where do I start? I want to start with the scenery, the sets, the costumes. I just thought everything was beautiful. All the bright colors, everything that just popped up and popped out at the screen. The nature. I traveled to Scotland, and I fell in love with how green their grass is. And I was like, wow, so beautiful. And their city was so clean and everything. And so I know you're saying, what does Scotland have to do with this, Ty? Well, I'm going to tell you. When I saw the scenes in Black Panther with the grass and the beautiful animals and the colors and the tints mixed in with the modern technology, I like that blend of nature with the modern technology and the futuristic gadgets and all just beautiful, just beautiful. I was ready to get my ticket to Wakanda. But you know what? I'm going to have to make a trip to Africa, because in the real Africa, there are some beautiful places that we can go to. And hopefully, now some people who have negative stereotypes about Africa will know this. It's a beautiful place as well. But yeah, the scenery, the colors that the tribes wore, the bright colors, the differences in the tribes, it was just beautiful. I mean, I just loved everything about the wardrobe, the special effects, this was great. What can I say? I didn't dress up, but I like that I saw a lot of people dressed up I kind of went at the last minute to a very late show. I went to an 11:30 show, and that's late for me because when you got two children, you usually in bed by 10 o'clock. But I didn't have the kids, so I actually was able to go to an 11:30 show. That was an amazing experience because I got to see people dressed up and looking really nice. I didn't dress up. I had on Adidas outfit, but I had, I didn't. I would have planned it better, but I couldn't find any of my African garb because I have a lot of it from when I sing with the choir. We kind of dress up a lot of times, but I didn't have any of it that day. But let's get back to the film. The cast is top notch. The cast is top notch. You have Chadwick Boseman, who I said he just feels like he came out of nowhere. He's getting these great roles. He's a good actor. I liked him as James Brown in Get On Up. He played Jackie Robinson. He's played Thurgood Marshall. And, of course, we see him as T'Challa, a.k.a. the Black Panther. Now, it's him in the cast. There's also Lupita Nyong'o as Nakia. She's a spy. She's awesome in this. Denai, is that how you say her name? Denai, I'm going to say Denai G because I don't want to mess up people's names. She plays the general. She's in charge of almost like the Secret Service for Wakanda. She is no joke in this film. A girl who took the actress who stole every scene she was in to me. I thought she was funny. She brought the comic relief. She was cute. She brought the charm. And she reminded me of my own younger sister or your little cousin or whatever, Latita Wright, who played Siri, the princess. And she's the mastermind behind T'Challa and Black Panther's gadgets and his suit. And she's the genius. Just great stuff here. Angela Bassett is great here. There's Forrest Whitaker. There's the guy from Get Out, Daniel Kaluuya. I'm saying these people's names right. And I loved what he was wearing, that blue. I got to get that. It was Sterling K. Brown from This Is Us is also in here. Just a great cast. And let's get to the villains. Andy Serkis as Claw. Excellent. He was evil, but he still has some comic relief. And then there's Michael B. Jordan, who really impressed me in this. I like him. He's a good actor. I like seeing him in things. And I like that he has a working relationship with the director, Ryan Coogler, who co-directed this film, by the way. Good job, Ryan Coogler. This was a great film. His character, Eric Killmonger, was very complex. Though he's a villain, I felt for him. I understood where he was coming from because there were things that were done to him that made him feel the way he did and made him want to do the things that he did. So he was a very complex character, and I like that. I like that the villain in this film wasn't one-dimensional and just evil take over the world like they always are. But there was more of a reason behind what he wanted to do and why he wanted to do it. So I thought that was great. I thought it was great how they did that. The storyline, all aboard, just well written, well acted, well directed. The action was great. The action scenes, awesome. Let me tell you, the women in this movie steal the show for me too. Because like I said, the princess playing the genius, she's a genius. This is good for little girls too, just to see. A lot of times we have these damsel in distress. The woman is always the damsel in distress. I like that you saw women in stronger roles. There was no damsel in distress. Help me, oh Black Panther, help me. No, these women were tough. His general is a woman. The army that protected him, women. That one that Denai played, the character she played, she was tough with that spear. She was kicking butt. That scene in Korea, awesome. Every scene she was in, the fight scenes, awesome. She was not playing. Very strong women in here. You had the spy played by Lupita Nyong'o. Awesome. She wasn't playing. She was tough. You had the always regal Angela Bassett as the mother. Just so many strong women. Such great representation of strong, beautiful, smart, funny, intelligent women. I like that. There was no damsel in distresses here. Great thing about that. Like I said, let's see, the action, the pace of the film was awesome. It kept me at the edge of my seat. The action, the it was just great. It was funny. It had a good message to it. It made you think. It made you laugh. It made you root people on. The big fight scenes between the different tribes was amazing towards the end. Just overall, a great, really great film. And there was one thing that bothered me, and it not necessarily the film itself. I saw some people criticizing and being angry. Oh, black people doing too much. Why they gotta be all dressed up? What they dressed up for this? They didn't dress up for Color Purple. They didn't dress up for Roots. Somebody actually said that. You know, sometimes people are really stupid. First of all, this is a comic book film. If you do your research before you make comments, the people dressing up for this film was no different than those that dress up for Batman, those that go to Comic-Con and dress up, what they call it, cosplay and all that, the people who dress up for Lord of the Rings. This was no difference. It's just that it was a lot of black people doing this because they don't get a chance to do this a lot. We don't get a chance to do this a lot because there's not usually too many black superhero films where the black superhero is the main character and not the sidekick with this awesome wardrobe. So I say there was nothing wrong with people dressing up. Everybody can dress up. It's no big deal, but I just said shame on you to the people who were like, oh, they doing too much. Why they gotta be dressed up? And then to compare it to Roots and all in the Color. Are you stupid? This is a comic book film. This is what people do when they go see comic book films. So I had no problem with that. So, like I said, great film, awesome acting, great storyline, great message, great to look at, beautiful soundtrack. I really enjoy. And this goes. Oh man, that I was in the theater doing that. And this, you know, I just felt good. I felt good about this film. So to wrap this up, I am so glad that my dreams came true and that this film got made because, like I said, I was a fan of that Netflix series. It was a limited series. I wonder whatever happened to that. Am I the only one that saw that? I think Jill Scott was one of the voiceovers in that too. But I'm so glad that it got made, and look at it. My dreams came true. Look at it. The film is breaking records. It's shattering box office records. It's doing great. So I say go out and see it. That's it for now. Like, comment, and subscribe. Boom, 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 boom. I'm out. Boom, 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 boom. I'm out. I'm so corny, I know. Hey. Hey. Boom, 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 boom. Hey.